I'm the controversial man. Yes.
Are you?
Yeah, man.
My name is Ras Astor, Black and we're on Reggae Television.
Okay.
And you are?
I'm Lincoln Allen.
Lincoln Allen.
Yes, sir.
CEO
of the Cannabis Licensing Authority.
And what does that have to do with Rastafari and our indigenous ganja?
What does CLA have to do with Rastafari and indigenous ganja?
Yes.
Okay. The legislation really doesn't give the CLA any jurisdiction over Rastafari and the ganja.
Mm-hmm.
That authority really resides with the Ministry of Justice.
Yes.
Right? So we really don't have any jurisdiction over it.
So it's no point Rastafari come to the CLA
only
or anything
only if you're applying for a license
to grow GMO seeds.
To grow
GMO ganja seeds.
Break it down, GMO.
Genetically modified
no.
seeds.
No.
So it's
and I deliberately asked you to break down that for me.
Yes.
Right? Because we are facilitating the growth of an industry.
Yes.
So if there are local seeds here, they can be a part of the industry.
Yeah.
Right? But what the CLA is promoting is an industry that is based on a lot of science, because you're growing cannabis for medicine.
Okay.
Right? So you have to grow to particular standards to ensure quality, to ensure consistency, and to ensure that the product is safe to consume. Right? So I don't know that we are making a distinction between we are excluding the Rastafari for one, or the indigenous strains.
Okay. So is no point as a Rastaman then come talk to CLA unless we want to follow the CLA program.
Based on what? Based on the regulatory framework.
Yes.
Based on the regulatory framework, the CLA, as I said earlier, has no jurisdiction over Rastafari.
Yes. No.
So you'd have to have that conversation with the Ministry of Justice.
When you collect money from people who want to apply for a license, where do you put the money?
When you say when we collect it?
Well, say you give a license and you charge somebody for a license. They pay money, right?
You pay an application fee and a licensing fee.
And that money so that money is derived from somebody who wants to grow cannabis.
Yes.
And is the banks
process cannabis, grow cannabis, they want to do research on cannabis, wants to transport cannabis. There are 5 different license types.
No, the banks is now accepting that money which is derived from cannabis. The banks, like Bank of Jamaica.
There are still some corresponding banking issues with the bank. So a lot of the license, well, not licensees, because you wouldn't have gotten to the stage of being a license. Well, licensees and some of the applicants are still having challenges with the banking system, because the issue of the banks preserving their corresponding banking arrangements with the United States.
So what are you doing with the money? What you get from the license fee? Where are you putting the money? Are you keeping it under the bed, or are you putting it in a bank?
Those fees are paid to a bank.
Okay, so banks are now accepting drug money or cannabis money. It's still a drug.
It's a ticklish situation because a lot of the banks a lot of the licensees are currently complaining that they are having some serious challenges.
So you're giving us a 6 for a 9.
Who?
The CLA.
How is the CLA giving you a 6 for a 9?
If I want to give you money, see, where do you put the money?
With the CLA has a bank account that the monies are paid to.
Which bank?
Which bank?
Yeah, Bank of Jamaica, Scotia Bank.
We have a bank account with a commercial bank. Yes.
Which one?
I don't know where you're going. I don't know where you're going, but I would
like to bank some money. I would like to bank some ganja money. We as Rastafari would like to bank some ganja money.
The thing is that
You're still turning your back to the camera.
I'm not turning my back. The thing is that we need to. The banking sector needs to be
modernized.
Needs well, I can't say that it needs to be modernized, but we are operating a legitimate medicinal cannabis regime,
yes,
and for it to really realize its full potential,
we have to be banking.
Then the banking system needs to
because we as
be able to accept.
Rastafari, you know.
And if you're listening to the news,
yesterday morning,
the Safe Banking Act
this morning,
right? I think it's yesterday evening during the day.
Well,
right, so there are hopefully there are changes on the horizon.
True.
With respect to the
And I heard Mr. McNeil saying that you're using money to refurbish an office or to get office bigger and things out of the license fee payment.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh yeah, well, big news on
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know that I was before the PAAC yesterday and they asked me some questions.
And that's the one we were listening to.
I tried to answer.
I heard you. You did a good job, man. So we want to bank some of our ganja money, which is good money.
Yeah. So I mean, the space is evolving, and the local space is evolving.
Yeah.
The global space is evolving.
Yeah.
But as a regulator, under the statute,
yes,
we have no jurisdiction.
Yeah, to bank money.
For bank to treat with Rastafari.
You know, like us.
Yeah, I don't like us. That's what the law so we can do.
Right.
We love Rastafari.
So we go run for government.
You have to talk to the justice. You have to talk to justice.
So we got a Rasta government one day. Respect. Good to meet you officially. Rasta love.
Cool.
Yes.
Hi, this is Lisa from Maryland, here at the Cannabis Expo, here with the Reggae TV. You're watching Reggae TV, and stay watching Reggae TV.